this class now so that you can access it later on after we are done with the class. So yes. So back to it. Now then the next thing we'll do from here is, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, that's great. So at the point where the business owner provides us with the problem statement and then give us users who are facing these problems and then tells us their expectations. Do you understand? The next thing we have to do, being a UX designer, is to empathize with the user. And when we empathize with the user, we'll be able to come up with idea that best solves these problems. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
When the stakeholders provides us with these informations, right? All these things that we need, when they provide us with them, the next phase of work is we as the UX designer. The next thing for us to do is to empathize with the user, and by so doing, we'll be able to come up with ideas that best solves those problems. So I'll start first with the empathy map. So the empathy journey, and it goes like this. So during our empathy journey, we'll take note of we'll write out the problem statement just like you've written it down. Apart from the fact that we got it from the stakeholders or the boss or the clients, we still need to
Yes.
write it down. So after writing it down, we'll then conduct our own user research. Apart from the fact that they gave us what's it called? They gave us users facing this problem. We'll still have to conduct our own user research. And user research can be conducted in two different ways, known as the um, qualitative and quantitative research. So is the research user research is the study of a target user, including their needs and pain points, so that designers have the sharpest possible insight to work with to work with to make the best design. So when we conduct our research, user research, right, we'll be able to learn about users' needs and pain points. We'll be able to learn about users' frustrations. Do you understand? And there are two ways to conduct a user research. The first one is the qualitative research, while the second one is the quantitative research. They are like similar, but then they are different. So now the first one, which is the qualitative research, is the process used to answer questions and understand the motivation, thoughts, and attitude of a target audience or of a user generally. Now, what do I mean by this? I said it's a process used to answer questions, right? That means this process requires that you put in some questions that you like to ask several people and then be able to get answer from them to understand their motivation, to understand their thoughts, attitude, just basically to understand the kind of people you are designing for. And this help with the kind of colors, with the choice of colors, the way of positioning things, the way of presenting information, and all of that. This help in long run because it is when you understand the pain points and frustrations of your users, you get to know what they need to see first. You get to understand what motivates them, what kind of color motivates them. You get to know what they think, their perception when they come into your website or when they come in to use your product. You get to know their shopping habits, that is their attitude. So how do they shop? Do they like taking long step, or do they like maybe one or two steps, they get whatever they need to shop, they get it done ASAP? Are they the type that likes filling form, or are they the type that likes slotting in their credit card information to be able to shop? So all of this will give you a general, will give you an insight of your kind of audience, and then make you understand, make you plan your design. Do you understand, in the long run? So that is that about that for qualitative research, and it doesn't end there. So the way qualitative research work is that you're going to list out questions that you like to ask your audience. And mostly qualitative research are the method in which we conduct qualitative research are through interviews, or maybe you have a landing page and then you was people coming to the landing page, they fill the form, or they come into something, you just check your database to be able to get the data of those who come into your landing page to do whatever activity. But in the most preferred case here is always interview. The most preferred case is always interviews, whereby you get to like interview one or two persons. So let's say you talk to a group of friends, you ask them questions that, oh, what do you like on a particular website? Maybe a fashion website. What do you like when using this website? So when you are putting this question forward to them to answer, you are basically generally using it to derive get answer, get to learn about their motivation about from that side, get to learn about their thoughts, get to learn about their attitude, get to learn about them, the way their behavior generally with that particular site. And then in the question also, you continue to ask that what if there's another platform that offers the same service that these guys are offering and is giving you the privilege to do this, to do that, to do all of the above? Do you mind? Would you check that site? Would you use the site? And then they give you their answers. Oh yes, I would like to do that. Oh no, I don't want to do that because I just like to stick with one brand. Oh okay, and then you can ask them, what do you feel the new site should do better than the previous site you've been browsing? Or what do you feel this app, the new app that I'm introducing to you, what do you feel it should do better than the existing app you have been using? Oh, okay. If you guys are going to come into the market to own it, I feel you guys should adopt this stuff because it's a challenge. Take for example, in the previous class I've had, I asked some of my students, right? I said, okay, how do you think you can improve Instagram? And some of them said that they would like to, in the nearest future, they would like to see voice record being allowed in the comment section. So there's a lot of people that wants to say something and they don't have the time to start typing a long note, but they just want to like express their feeling with voice message. Do you understand? And easy peasy, it goes out. So some of them say they want to see that, and then also some of them said they don't like the fact that when you are doing a voice record, maybe via DM, it kind of stop whenever your screen closes, or sorry, when the light of the screen goes off, it stopped or probably ended. So they said they want a case whereby it continues, it allows you to keep recording your voice till the maximum or the minimum time given. Do you understand? So they suggested many ideas, which if at some point that was able to get to the Meta team, they will look through it and then they will be able to use it to better their product. If it is in line with their business goals. Don't forget, as long as you are trying to empathize with the user, your business goal is also important because there are some things that the user might throw at you that does not align with the user business goal. So user experience generally is the process which blends the need of the user and then the goal of the business together. So those two things are very, very important. All right, moving forward from there. Are you still with me, please?
Yes, I am.
All right, that's great. So now moving forward, so interview does a lot of things. So the way it works is you list your questions and then you ask people, and then when you ask them, you'll be able to learn about their expectation, you'll be able to learn about their frustration, you'll be able to learn about their pain points, and then you'll be able to learn about what they feel about other, what they say about other brand, and you want them to say about your brand. All right. Okay, moving forward from there, right? So the next one is the qualitative research, quantitative research. Don't forget, right? I told you now that the way we conduct qualitative research is through interview. So you might probably hang out with a friend, with few friends, maybe five friends. You guys might probably be having dinner or breakfast or lunch together, and then you, at the back of your mind, you know you have an app project that you are working on. So you can seize the opportunity at that lunch period to ask them one or two questions. You would have already taken note of your question in your notepad. So once you get to the lunch, once you get to that breakfast or dinner, you can just throw the question out to them and then get your answer right there and then. So obviously you'll be talking to different people, like four or five, and or maybe four or three max. So and definitely they are going to be saying different things, and that is a good one for you to keep record of and then for you to use in the long run. So moving forward to quantitative research, right? So quantitative research analyze large amounts of data and identify user behavior trends. So this is more or less like um, you dealing with accumulated data, like large data, whereby, take for example, you create a survey form where and then you input several questions in there, and then you share the form out with friends. So in my case here, I'm going to be using Survey Monkey. That's one of the method which we use in creating quantitative research. So I'm going to be using Survey Monkey, and there is another one you can use Mailchimp. Please take note of it. You can use Mailchimp. These
Mail what?
platforms allow Chimp, like Chipmunk. This is it. You can see my screen, right? You can use
Okay.
either
Yes, I
Mailchimp
can.
or Survey Monkey. So Survey Monkey is very easy and seamless, but Mailchimp is easy as well, but it has more in its shelf. It has more in its shelf that you can explore. But Survey Monkey is just too basic. But Mailchimp allows you to send auto response. So should there be a case whereby someone fills your survey form, you can respond back to the person automatically. But Mailchimp, Survey Monkey doesn't allow that. But Mailchimp allows this feature automated. So one of the reasons why I like Mailchimp compared to Survey Monkey is because it is because of automation rather. Now moving forward from there. Now this is Survey Monkey. I've designed a survey form, and the way it works is you click on create survey. So once you click on create survey, right, it takes you through the necessary steps. And it's very basic. It's very easy to understand. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now, and that's because of this class. I've done that before, but I just need to do that again so that you can see how it works. So in this case, this is the previous one I've done, web link, whereby I collected about 3 responses. So then I'm going to do a new one right now. So I'm going to first off, you need to create an account with SurveyMonkey. So the way it works is you go to surveymonkey.com, it takes you to the landing page, and then you click on register now or sign up or whatsoever. But anything that has to relate with create an account. So once you create an account, you have this dashboard of your own to see. So once you have the dashboard, the same thing applies with MailChimp. I think I have an account already with me on MailChimp. I have several accounts, but in this case, I'm going to use this current account. So you click on create an account and then follow the necessary procedures, and then you create the account. And afterwards, it takes you to your landing page, I mean your dashboard rather. So once you get to your dashboard, I said, so once you get to your dashboard, then the next thing for us to do afterward is, so I'm switching between tabs, sorry. The next thing we need to do from there is to create our survey. So in my case, right, I've created one survey before, but I don't want to use it. But because of you, I'm going to create a new one. And all I just need to do from here is to click on create survey. And once I click on create survey, and then it loads that page for me. And once that loads up, I'll click on, is asking me, do I want to create survey from the past question? Yeah, I might probably want to create from past question. I might want to just do a new one entirely. But in your case, if you are doing a new one, you can click on new one. In my case, if I'm doing from scratch, click on create from scratch. And then it's just the same process actually. So in this case, I'll have questions. Now this is it. I have this privilege to add questions and then to let me just go create a new one, and that's because of you. Because if I keep working with the existing one, obviously you didn't even know how I got down to that point. So, and it might be a struggle if you have to do it all by yourself. So, to save the stress and make things seamless, I'm going to click on create again. Sorry.
Okay.
So once I click on create, it loads that page for us, and then I'm going to create a new one from scratch. And then we're going to ask several questions, like questions we want our users to answer, friends that we're sharing this link with to answer. So I'm going to click on create from start from scratch. So the name of the survey form. So you give it the name of your app. So in my case, My case might be fintech app or my bank and my bank or cash money. I think we have someone called okay, it's not okay, it's white money we have. Category survey. Yeah, yeah, sorry. You can categorize it. You can just give it like in my own case, I just want to survey actually. My questions are already written, blah blah blah. I don't have my question written. So now you can put it in classic mode. This one will display all the questions at a go. If I put it in one at a time, this one will show the first question. When the user attempts the first question, it is after they attempt the first question that it will show the second question. But in this case, the user will see the list of all the questions they need to attempt. So if you don't, if let's say you are asking 20 questions, if you don't want to go with this classic because if you are using this classic, they will see that you are asking them 20 questions and they might get tired of attempting them and they'll just get out of your survey. And I would
Yes.
advise you ask 20 questions. But if in case you want to ask many questions, I would advise you use this one at a time so they won't know if they are the very end part or not. But I would say that you should just limit it to about 10 or max 5. You don't need to ask the questions. All you don't need to ask it at the go. Moreover, you can ask the questions, right? You can split it into different sections. Send 5 out for some people, send 5 out for another people. Like ask different if it is 20 question you want to ask, right? Just create 5, 5, 5, 5, and then send it to 4 groups. Do you get?
Yes.
Exactly. So in my case, I'm going to take the classic view. Then I'm going to click on create survey, and then it generates the landing page for me. And that is that about that. So once that page is created, then I'll begin to add my questions to it. Yeah, I'll begin to add my questions. So it says new question. So the question I want to ask first is what do you do or when using a mobile a financial app? What's the first thing you do when using a financial app? I'm asking the question so that I can know what to put in my own page of my app. So I can know what to put in the home page of my app. So in my case, I'm going to say, what's your goal? What's your primary goal? Primary goal when using a financial app or a financial app. Yes. So in this case, you can make this multiple box choices. You can leave it to single text or multiple text boxes. Now, the difference between all of these, I'm going to explain shortly. Multiple choice allows you to write the options you want them to select. So in this case, might be send money. In the other case, might be receive money. In the third case, might be check balance. Now, this is for multiple choice. So they can only select any of the option you listed. The other one is text box. For the text box, you don't get to no, let me use multiple text box. For the text box, sorry, single text box actually, not multiple. So for the text box, you don't get to answer for them. They'll be the one to put in the answers themselves. Do you get?
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. So I'll put a question mark at the back of this one so that makes sense. Then I'll save this. Sorry, I have to ask the next question before I save everything manually. So then the save just now you can see they'll be the ones to type in their question. So then I'll type my second question again. What are you frustrated? Because we are learning about frustration, their pain points, and their expectation. One of the expectation is what they do. What are you frustrated? What are you frustrated? What are you frustrated? Or what frustrates you the most? What frustrates you the most when using a financial app, financial bank app. So in this case, I'll leave it as type as well, text single text box, or I'm coming, I think comment box actually. That gives room for more words. So in this case, you can see they will type in long words telling us what frustrates them whenever they use financial app. And then once I'm done with all these questions, now these are just this is expectation, this is pain points. There are so many questions that talked about pain points that we can think about. Do you get? So they'll tell us all these
Yes.
things and they will put it down. They'll tell us all this information, all these things rather, and then we'll use that to design our app. So in this case, I think I'm done with this, right? I'll just click on done once I'm done with that. Once I'm done with that, these are just recommendation. The questions that are trying to like recommend questions for you, just in case you can't think of any. They are recommending questions to you that you can add instead of you having to stress yourself thinking through. So you can also edit this footer. If you don't want this footer to show SurveyMonkey logo, if you want it to show your logo, you have to pay. That is a premium version. Once you click on this hide footer, it will ask you to pay. But in my own case, I'm not even concerned about maybe so it's the form is for SurveyMonkey. That's none of my business. I mean, Nigeria, we don't really pay money like that. I'm just joking, actually. Yeah. So moving forward, you can add your logo here. So take for example, you select this, and then you drag your logo from your local machine. A typical example is, let's take for example, let's say this is a logo. I'm just going to drag this guy here, and then I'm going to drop it here. So that is not going to work because the file is not JPEG or JPG or PNG. But like I said, that's just the general idea of adding a logo in that part. Then once you're done with that, you then click on done to show that you're done. Now, done is the button showing here. And done basically means the button which your user will click. The done showing here is quite different from the done I clicked initially. The done I clicked initially is the done of me telling the technology that I'm done asking questions. Now, the done it is showing here is the done your user will click when they are done filling your form. So in my case, I don't want to have it as done, I want to have it as submit.
Okay.
Exactly. That's going to change that done to submit. So this one previous and this one next. These are just buttons that take, for example, if you are using one question at a time option, it's going to tell your user to click on previous to go back to previous question and next to go back to the next question. So I can say this one can be backward and then this one can be forward. It's just a way of you customizing it to suit your taste. So once I'm done doing all that, I'll save it. And after saving it, it takes updates. You can see the done took update of submit. So the next thing I want to do from here is, I think I'm actually okay with every other thing. So color theme, you can change it. Every other thing that needs changing, if you change it, it's going to ask you for fund. So if you don't want to pay money, I'll prefer that I just keep it simple. The only thing you are trying to achieve here is you're trying to ask questions, like you're trying to get feedback. So it shouldn't be anything fancy in the first place. All right. So now moving forward from there, the next one you want to click on is this next button. So now the next shows you the preview of the questions you asked, and then the score based on whoever might have the score generally estimated completed rates 72% completed. Yeah. So if it is one question at a time, if you click on it, it's saying, do you want to change the format? I don't want to change. I just want to leave it at this list. So it's going to change it to that part. Now, once you're done with this preview, we have seen everything we need to see. You then click on next to start collecting responses. Now, when you click on next to start collecting responses, right? The next thing you do from here is it automatically generates, it asks you, how do you want to do it? Do you want to send your survey your own way, or you want them to target respondents for you? If you click on target respondent, they are going to charge you. If you say, I want to send it my own way, that means you want to send it either as email, or you want to copy the link and send the links to friends, or you want to make it as a social media post and send it to your social media platform. So in my own case, I'm going to click send it my way. So that gives me the privilege to either send it as a Facebook post, or I can even send it as text message. But if I'm going to go that route, that attracts fee to send it as SMS, or copy the link and then paste it to your WhatsApp friends or WhatsApp group, or buy target audience from them. I don't need to buy anybody. I have enough data of people that I can send links or form to, and they're going to fill it. So in my case, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select share a survey link. So I'm going to click on that, and I can post via social media, either which is fine. So in my case, after clicking on share a survey link, it's going to generate the link for me, and then I'm going to copy the link and paste it out. So in this case, right, I'm not seeing anywhere the link is. I just have to, okay, no. I'll click on close this one. I just have to click on next. I should be able to get the next link in the next class. I'll click on next. Oh, why is it taking me back? Sorry, next. I think I made an error in that part. Okay, so I'm coming. Let's just check it out. Collect response. Yeah, I said I want to do it my way. Okay. Okay, copy survey link. I think the link is copied already. Okay. I know why it's taking me back there. It's taking me back to where I need to copy the link myself. So I just need to generate the link here. Too bad. I think I forgot. But however, we'll find it. We'll find it. Mm, I'm coming. Okay, more actions. Let's check that out. Copy page no. Page logic now. Yeah. Too bad. Please let me pause this video and let me search for this. So I'll continue with the video. So SurveyMonkey probably upgraded, and that's the reason why we can't generate a link. But in this case, no cheap. I'm very sure these are my guys actually, so they won't want to mess around. So in my case, I'm going to click on surveys. So once I click on surveys, right, if you observe, I already have a survey here already. So in my case, I'm going to create survey. After clicking on create survey, then I'll type in the questions, the same question we asked in the past, in the previous one. Question summary. So that's coming up. We'll ask that similar question and then we'll copy the link and share it. So what you are going to do for me after my explanation is you're going to do a practical of what I've just explained to me. That's for the quantitative research. Okay, so the first thing is what would you like to learn? What would you like to learn? Nothing really, actually. I just want open text that I can use to ask questions. So in my case, I'm going to ask my first question. Okay, please, coming. And MailChimp kind of have more options compared to SurveyMonkey, I guess. So in this case, yeah, what the question is, what is your primary goal when using a fintech app that's not allowing me to adjust? So I'll type it, what's your primary objective while using a fintech app? So you let them answer because it's open text. If you are not the one to give them answers, they'll be the one to answer. So this is required. You set it as required. Then you click on this again. It asks you what do you want to make it. In my case, I want to make it content block. That's going to require video, image, text. Your choice, but I don't want content blocks again. I just want something basic. If it is check boxes, you can ask them how many times do you use the app per day. So this one can be once because there are check boxes once per day. The next one is twice per day, twice per day. and so on and so forth. So once you're done with all of this, the next thing you want to do from here is you want to be able to create your you want to click on I'm coming. I don't know why my hands is not handy. Okay, let me just continue. You want to click on continue to design. So when you click on continue to design, it shows you what your design is all about. You know, where the part where I say what's your primary objective. So that one is taking in text as the input value. Now in this case where I asked how many times, these are check boxes. The next thing I click from here is submit or finish later. And you can customize the page. You can add your logo. You can customize the messaging. You can customize the style as well. Your choice. So in my case, I'm going to review it. And then I didn't title my page, so I have to title this. I think the title of that previous one is Cash Money. Uh, I'll copy
Yes.
this and then I'll paste it Cash Money and then I'll save it. And then my audience, I need to have saved some set of audience in my audience list, and I'm targeting them at the moment. Receive notification when response goes there. Yeah, there's daily summary. These are the things SurveyMonkey doesn't do. They don't send you daily emails to keep track of your emails. No, they don't do that. So the next thing I click from there is continue. I hope you're following along.
Yes, I am.
All right, that's great. So the next part from there is you want to send it either as an email, if they're even recommending it, or you copy it as a link, share a URL, you share it as Facebook post or Twitter post, and I'll copy this link and then I'll paste it to whoever I want to paste it for. So for example, let's say I'll come here, I'll paste it here, and you can click on it and check the survey. Do you get?
Yes.
All right, that's great. So the next thing I want to do from here is I'll just come down here, these results, and from time to time I'll be tracking it to see if anything pops up on it. All right. So in the meantime, I'll leave you to do your thing now, because it's up to you now. I'll leave you to do your thing, and then I'll be here with you.